I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson.
Hey YouTube. Well, you just saw something that makes me a little worried, seeing that many of them. I see a lot of those lately on flatbeds. And yeah, it might sound a little insane, but honestly, now that they are funding them, right, the government, why don't they just come over here, line up like in Gettysburg or like Ella Braveheart, and let's have them take us on. Let's see how well they will do against us Americans. I don't think they will last for long. And yeah, they will have no funeral. Because if it's up to me, we'll freaking freak them to the coyotes. Those bastards. Funded by your Sunni radical Muslim president, who is also a radical communist. How do you like that? How do you sleep at night knowing that your country is being run by a bunch of criminal gangsters and you're doing squat to stop it? Okay. I have here some pictures that has nothing to do with politics and world domination of any kind. But I'm sitting in Indianapolis at Kroger DC and waiting to be unloaded. Kroger DC is somewhat like 4 hours loading off 22 skids. That's the time it takes. But what I have seen millions of times, no, not millions, because then I would have been dead, but many, many, many times, that is that I am watching a sunset which is being obscured, as you can see here, if it wants to zoom in. But as you see, when they're starting their sunset chemtrailing, we get a sun that is white out, and it makes it virtually impossible here to kind of distinguish where the hell is the sun. You can't see it anymore. So if there's anything around here, around the sun, such as an Nibiru system, the planet of the crossing, Hercubolus, many names, the red dragon in the sky, like the Chinese are calling it, you can't see it. It's a complete whiteout, and it makes the sun looks elongated, and it's not even there. It's in this vicinity here, and it just makes it impossible for you to see anything, except it just looks like, yeah, as usual, just plain nasty. And here I got the same picture again, taken a few seconds later. So there's not really anything except what you see there, just a ghastly view of chemtrail and all this murky stuff they're putting in the atmosphere. This is not clouds, all of this is chemtrails. And in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing something strange. The sun is here, and let's zoom in on it. My window is rolled down, so it's not something on my camera. It is not something on the window. Let us make that perfectly clear. It is not something on my window. But there is something in the sky which I cannot determine what is right there. And something else I'm noticing on these pictures here too, that is that these chemtrails, they freaking look like they are plastered on to some sort of background, if you get my point. See this dark line of shadow, like the light from the sun cannot get through these plasters, and it's repeating all over the place. that you see at the opposite side of where the sun is supposed to be, which is here, you're getting this dark line. Like, imagine you're having a canvas and you're taking some styrofoam in random shapes, sizes, and you are taking some instant glue and then you glue it straight onto this canvas, and then you put some light on it, and then you get some weird effect. And as you can see all the way over the entire frame here, and let's just take a look here. Up here, this is my American flag I have, but you see these kind of like structures there is in the clouds. It is very bizarre looking. It really don't look like chemtrails. It actually looks like there's some sort of material. I can't explain it otherwise than that, except it just looks bizarre to me. And you can see it there. And one thing I especially is paying attention to is something I want to show you there in the vicinity of this object I'm seeing. You see that object there? There is an object there. But look at that. It looks like it's been ripped over here, if you get my point. And if you look closer right there, let's zoom in. Look at this dark line. I honestly don't know what it is, what I'm looking at, but I can kind of sense it with the naked eye that I'm looking at something that looks utterly bizarre. I have never seen anything like this before. Look at the texture of it up here. Look how it looks. It actually looks like sand. Some, I don't know. It's just difficult to describe what it's exactly looking like, but it's very bizarre looking. And the only thing I noted by the naked eye, that was this, until I saw the pictures myself, and it became very clear that something is definitely absurd on the sky. This looked like a long tube, and then there's kind of like something there in this vicinity here. I just don't know what it is and how it can look like that. But there's something in the sky, and that is what I'm paying attention to. And I want you to know that my camera is a 5 megapixel autofocus camera I have on my cell phone. So it's absolutely taking perfect pictures. It is a freaking good camera on an unknown product. It's a phone called ZTE Majesty, and functionality is a piece of crap, but it takes some extreme good pictures. As you see here, they're pretty sharp, even though zoomed in this much. And still, it looks bizarre. It's still in the sky. This is minutes later. I'm not just shooting away. I'm just keeping my eye on this and just observing. The sky just looks like it's another world we're looking at. It's not planet Earth anymore. It's like we all been transported to another place that kind of reminds us where we actually live. But look at the textures here. I just can't explain how it can come to look like this. It looks like a canvas, which is something which has been glued onto. And again, this extreme sharp line here, like it was snapped, like this is some sort of tube just extending out. I have no idea what I'm looking at. other than it's kind of like I'm looking at the Matrix, a hologram, something out of this world. Next frame, it still looks bizarre. Here the object is not visible, but it is. It's up there. Look at this clear, very gold color. Even that I noticed with my naked eye, and that is why I'm taking the picture. It literally looks like gold with the naked eye, as you can see. And still I have no idea what I'm observing. It's just so bizarre. And here, seconds later I guess, the object is not visible. I can't see it, and yet I can. If you pay attention, it's sitting right down. Very faint, but it's there. But this is what made me take this picture, because it looked like freaking glowing gold. And I just thought, damn, what strange. And this is sunset. And again, this long chemtrail line in the sky, which we've seen so often, unfortunately. But now the object is gone. I don't see it anymore. Neither do you. It's simply not there. Or is it there? It looks like there's something over there. Next frame. It is again. That's after the sun has set. And we're looking at what is becoming dusk. The object becomes very clearly visible. What I actually was paying attention to was this weird chemtrails that just been laid, and it came out to be black chemtrails. I just wanted to have a closer look at it because it kind of looked like a fish in the ocean, like an eel. That was just my visual impression of it. I was looking through a pair of binoculars I have actually at golf binoculars, just to see why is it looking like that. And you can clearly see this is a square or a rectangle, but this was the strangest thing. It looks like a fish, and again we have a square and a rectangular object there out of these chemtrails. It is the most peculiar shapes these chemtrails are taking when they're being laid out. And here we got Big Brother watching us. Yeah. Next frame. It's still there. Still, this looks like some weird fish over here. Let's take the next frame. See what that is. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Bring it on. Come on. Oh. I think that is the best joke in a long time. Honestly. And that's the truth of it too. If you think you're someone special, I want you to think again. Honestly. So we're back to square one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's definitely bizarre. God bless you.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson.